Well, hello there, fellow geeks and geekettes, and welcome to yet another video. It's time to talk about the cancel culture once again. As most of you know very well, the so-called cancel culture is very modern, very in, and very popular these days. And what it is, well, for those of you who don't know, if you are not in line with the leftist agenda of today's world, you are done. You are cancelled, especially if you are a famous person who is dabbling in, pop culture or entertainment. If you are, a generally openly known famous person. And because this is a geek-oriented channel, I'm focusing on writers and artists and actors and directors and people like that. In this case, we are talking about Warren Ellis, one of the greatest and most prolific comic book, and not only comic book, but mainly comic book writers in the Western world today. He's also the writer and the creator of the Netflix TV show Castlevania, which is very popular these days. He has worked on Batman and many of the Marvel comics, comic books, and DC Comics comic books, but also on, let's say, more independent stuff and not mainstream DC and Marvel comics. One of his most famous works are Transmetropolitan, Global Frequency, and comic books like that. Planetary, this is a good one as well. Now, he is a British man, and he is an eccentric British man, an eccentric-looking British man. And there were some allegations of him grooming and psychologically taking advantage of certain women, and that's why he was cancelled. Now, I will put a link in the description down below so you can check it out for yourself. It is the website of the women that felt abused by Warren Ellis. But if you read it, there is no mention of any illegal acts from the side of Warren Ellis. None of these women were underage, and none of these women were taken advantage of without their consent or against their own will, if you know what I mean. So, to put it simply and simplistically, what happened was, in the early odds and around 2010 and, about that time, Warren Ellis was extremely popular comic book writer. He was like a comic book rock star among the comic book writers and in the comic book industry and the community. He was very popular. And that's, of course, that comes hand in hand with, not always, of course not always, but sometimes it just happens that you get a lot of women around you. It's like if you are a rock star, right? If you are a member of the Beatles or the Rolling Stones or Judas Priest, you just have a lot of people around you who want to fuck you, right? And who want you to fuck them. So you say, oh yeah, fuck yeah, why not? So you get drunk, you maybe get a little bit of weed or something, or not even that, you can be sober, but you just take advantage of your position and you get into bed with a lot of people. It is quite understandable. And what probably happened was that he lied to certain women that he cared about them. I would have made the same thing. I would say, oh, sure, honey, I will get you some job at DC Comics. You are a very promising writer. Now, come fuck. All right, we have fucked. All right, bye, goodbye. Yes, it is not the noblest of behavior of all behaviors, of course, but these things happened, and these things have been happening all throughout the human history. People have been doing it. People in the position of power have been doing it. And those women, those females who willingly fucked Warren Ellis, they felt that their pride was, hurt. Their pride was hurt, and they wanted to They wanted revenge, and that's why they cancelled Warren Ellis. But should this behavior mean that you can't write anything anymore until the end of your life? Should this mean that you should end up without a job until the end of your life? Some people could kill themselves because of this. Some people could commit suicide. This could ruin somebody's life because of a couple of whores who spread their legs because they wanted a job. Well, I think it was the fault of the women, honestly. You want a job, you prove you're good. If you expect everybody to give you a job because you spread their legs to them, you are a whore and nothing else. And that's why I don't think, and I think that nobody should think, that Warren Ellis should be cancelled for doing this. Because he was only doing what was natural. Why am I talking about this? Because he is coming back to the scene and he's writing a new comic book. And of course, a lot of people are dissatisfied with it. Because, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! He has been cancelled and he's going to write something? No, 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 no. Fucking lefties, go fuck yourselves. You are behaving like animals on social media. You are being vile and vicious to people, to fans, to writers, to authors, to everybody who is not in line with the SJW leftist agenda. You are cancelling people. You are ruining people's lives. And you dare, judging Warren Ellis? You bloody hypocrites. Go bloody die in the 7th circle of hell. And that will be all from me, my friends. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about the hypocrisy of certain people. Don't forget to dislike this video if you didn't like it, or like this video if you did like it, and subscribe to this unimportant channel of an unimportant geek talking about unimportant things if you haven't done so already. So yeah, that will be all. Bye.